Guess what is gone? The fly, y'all. The fly is gone finally. I don't know how happy I am that that fly is gone. I got him. He is gone. And now I can film peacefully without something all up in my face attacking me. Isn't that just like amazing? Okay, so today we're gonna be doing my December wrap up because I haven't done it yet. I didn't do it in December because I just literally ran out of time to film it. And now it's January and I do have time to film it. So yeah, and I have all my readings and everything in my book journal. I actually just recently started like using my book journal. It's just a normal notebook with stickers all over it because nobody's trying to pay the extra price of a fancy journal. But I have all the ratings here. It's like so cool. I started using it so now it can be more accurate, you know, no more like I think I gave this one such and such. Okay, it's I know because I checked my Fable and I wrote down the ratings and everything. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and start. So I read a total of, let's count together, we're actually gonna label these guys. I read a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books this month. I mean last month. What am I yapping about? Last month I read a total of 7 books and there were only 4 that were actually on my TBR and the other 3 were just extras, is what I'm calling them, like extra books that I read that were not on my TBR. But I completed my TBR of December and I did some, you know, added some of these I finished before others, but you know, yeah. So the first book that I finished in December was I Am Watching You by 𝙤𝙤𝙧𝙨. I read this one star. This one was just boring. There was like a lot of times where it's like you're going throughout the book and they add a random point of view and the point of view brings nothing important to the story. It's very useless, very boring, didn't like it. And then there was no thrilling parts until the end, and then there was like something that just didn't make sense. Like, you know, there were some things in the book that were just like, okay, nobody really cares all too much, but whatever you say, hun. So, you know, that was definitely something. Sorry that this is like slanted. I told you guys, this is tripod never wants to cooperate with me. Next up, I read A Christmas Carol. I read this one 2.75 stars. It's a classic. I think like my issue with this one is the writing. Like, it's a whole bunch of paragraphs. It was really slow paced. Maybe I should like, my friend Maria was like, I got the, because it was a book club book, she was like, I got the children's version, and I was like, I should have got that because this was like, it was somewhat good, but it was like the writing, the paragraphs, it took forever to finish because, and you know, there's large chapters, and I know that's just how they wrote back then, and it was like, you know, not a lot of paragraph splittings. But it was just like, what if I need to pause mid-book? I can't because the paragraph don't end for another 7 pages and there's no chapter ending for the next 20 pages. So, you know, that's just how I felt reading it. I did really love because of that. And then I also read, of course, the other writings that are in this book, and I also rated those 2.75 stars. Same issue. You know, nothing with the story themselves. I like the stories. It was just the writing was not it for me. I just could not get into it, you know. So the next book that I read, I'm doing my physical TV, like my physicals first. Percy Jackson and The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I just went in a reading vlog. You guys can go watch that. It's about an hour long. I know. I don't know if you guys like my long videos. I try to like not make my reading vlogs too long for y'all so you guys can watch, but the entire reading vlog experience is like, and that was only the first book, by the way. I just want you guys to keep that in mind. So that's just a lot about how many times I came back to talk to y'all and all that. But yeah, this one I rated a 4 stars. This one was good. I liked it. There were just like some aspects that I was just like, okay. And it was also the ending I predicted as well. Like, you know, something that is mentioned at the beginning of the book foreshadows the end of the book, and I already knew who the, you know, story was foreshadowing about. So, you know, I don't like predicting books, so I rated it 4 stars. Yeah. So the next thing is The Trip Switch by Alison Specca. This one was an ARC copy. I got this one to review before the book came out. I rated this one 4 stars. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was a pretty good book. Took me about like 3 days to read it. It was really good. Loved it so much. Definitely go, you know, pre-order your copy. It comes out this month. And, you know, definitely worth reading. Glad I picked it up. Glad I got to read it, you know. So, yeah. Next up is The Proposal Play by Lauren Blakely. I rated this one 2 stars. It was an ARC copy of a book, and I just didn't like it. It was just kind of boring to me. There was a lot of plot holes. It was, you know, it was a very long book for something that could have been wrapped up in like 300 pages, but it was like 500 pages, and the length was just not necessary at all. Like, to be extremely honest, the length was not necessary, was not needed. I just feel like there could have been a lot of cut downs, and that it was just a reason to add extra pages because there were a lot of plot holes, a lot of things, a lot of extra things that like were not needed fully. And I just feel like, you know, we could have had a little cut down. But like, no hate to this author. I liked the tropes. Like, it was best friends, a lover, hockey, romance, all that other stuff. I just didn't quite enjoy it how I thought I would, and I hoped I would, you know, to be honest. So yeah. And then the last book that I read was Final Notice by Alison Specca. This was a novella, well, a novelette, novella, whatever you want to call it. Had nothing to do with previous books. Well, it kind of does, but you know, there are side characters that you see in other books. But yeah, and it was a cute little romance. I liked it so much. It was like workplace, forced proximity, you know, all this stuff. Second chance, I believe, as well. You know, pretty quick book that can get you out of a reading slump, but it's also cute. It's entertaining. It was fun. I liked it a lot. So definitely anything, you know, it's really entertaining. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and so you guys never ever miss a video. Share this video with someone who wants to see if some books are worth it or not. And I guess that's literally quite about it, to be honest. So with that all said and done, have a great day. My dad kisses. Happy birthday if it's your birthday, and my dad goodbye.